So, hello everybody, and happy New Year, and welcome to the first beer review of 2025. Now, I was going to for YouTube, and it may be just going on Instagram as well, and it won't be the first one for 2025. But for YouTube, it will be the first one for 2025. And I've changed my idea what I was doing. I actually put a post on YouTube to say I was going to bring you this Guinness. But then this has landed, and I've been and picked it up today, and I'm so intrigued to do it. And I'll probably do the Guinness after this because I know what that tastes like. But I don't, as a beer reviewer, I don't really get myself how we get sucked in, with things. And just before I went away, Northern Monk slammed down this gauntlet, and I have sort of like a great respect for Northern Monk because I know they do get a bit of a bad dig sometimes, but I have great respect for them. We've had some brilliant stouts and we've had some brilliant beer from them, and yeah, okay, they brew the odd sort of like silly beer and daft beer, but I think this one's probably, in my opinion, probably one of the most noveltiest of beers that I think they've brewed to date, and it is. And I've not looked if anybody else has done it yet because I've just not. I've been switched off. Northern Monk Gravy Barrel Aged Imperial Stout, 10.5% ABV in a 330 can. Be quite honest with you, love the can art. I just love it. It's got a really lovely sort of look about it. I ain't even really looked at the bottom part of it, to be fair, but there's just something about it, that just sort of like, look, it just looks nice. I like it. I do like it. It looks nice. Now, the thing about this is a barrel-aged stout, and it says here to store as cold as the north. And then I've gone and had a look on the website to get some information about it, and it doesn't say anything about drinking it. Like, it just basically says, keep it cold. And basically, so let's just tell you a little bit what they've said. So, is this the most Northern Monk beer we've ever done? A barrel-aged Imperial Gravy Stout collaborating with a pie company. Now, let's face it, making a beer-based gravy, making a gravy, and I say Guinness, or putting a bit of wine in or something, or a stout or whatever, you sort of get a steak and ale pie, things like that. And if you went and had a pie and it says sort of like Guinness gravy or, anything stout gravy, we'd be like, way. But a gravy stout. But then I have been guilty of, my mum makes some fantastic gravy. She's made fantastic gravy all my life. And right back to the tradition of dipping your bread in the gravy when you've got some left. And I used to simply, my mum would make it, she'd batch it, and we use it over a few days because we always had, meat and two veg and gravy dinners and veggie dinners and things. And sometimes, I'd just warm a bit of gravy up and dip a bit of bread in. So I love gravy. So anyway, so we had some leftover barrel-aged stout and we had some gravy. We sent a DM to the Great Northern Pie Co. And he says, "Our Maslow's what's our hierarchy of needs had gravy at the top. We had a neon sign emblazoned with the word in our calf. And all this time of year, at this time of year rather, Imperial Stouts become a more regular treat, which they do. And gravy is always the best bit of a Christmas meal, right? So why not combine the two?" Don't answer that. A very limited brew. Gravy stout. I'm terrible at reading things, as you know. It's not that I can't read or anything. It's just like I'm trying to read too fast because I don't want to read slow and not be away from the camera and bore you to death, which I probably do a lot of the time. Anyway, so yeah, barrel-aged stout looks really good. They're obviously like whacking the pictures against like roasty dinners and things, and it looks very, very nice. However, what on earth is it going to taste like? Let's see. So let's get it out, get it in. My goodness me, that actually looks so. How can I say it? Like a dark, really dark red when that's, oh my God, it looks it looks like, I can smell gravy. I can't actually believe this. I can't get my head around this. Years ago, right? So it was a fairly hard pour. There's absolutely nothing going to happen with that as regard a head or anything. I can't even put I'm so bamboozled with this beer. I really am. I've come down here just on a whim, and I'm almost staggered by it. Oh, here we go. Look, the infamous cocktail shake. Honest to God, all I can smell is gravy. Oh my days. That is ridiculous. Just from the actual, it's literally filling it's filling the room. Oh. Right, okay. So on pouring that can, I literally started to smell what smelt like quite a nice gravy, but it didn't really hit my spot because I weren't smelling the gravy coming to the table with roast dinner on it. I was smelling gravy pouring a barrel aged stout. And it hit a wrong nerve, actually. But putting my nose in it, I am getting quite a nice boozy end barrel aged stout sniff. Sort of bourbony barrel aged beer with this away from the beer. The gravy smells almost coming out. Now, have they used real gravy in this? Because it does say on the ingredients, natural flavourings. Oh my God, I'm almost scared to sip this. I'm not going to slag it off. I'm going to talk, if I think to myself, my goodness me, this is one of Northern. Now, here's the thing as well, waffling on, I'm not even sure whether I've said this now. I've just done something for the radio. I actually bought 2 tins of this. I seen it. I thought, wow, I don't want to buy any more beer. I got so many beer. I could have just ordered a load of beer from Northern Monk to get the free delivery, but I just wanted this. So I ordered 2 tins of this, paid the full delivery. I think it's about £7 a can. It cost me 24 quid for 2 cans of beer. It's outrageous. I know you're screaming at me thinking, Speno, what? Serious, I'm not going to swear, but what the F, It smells nice. I can imagine if you've got all them Sunday dinner type of smells. I know we're past Christmas now, but if you've got all them Sunday dinner turning up and you've got all that roastiness and that smell, I can imagine that the gravy smell and the roasted smell will take your nose off of this and it wouldn't seem quite so frightening. Anyway, let's see what happens. I mean, look at it. It's literally got nothing to give as far as any head or anything. It's not doing, or it is doing a bit of sticking to the side. Right, I'm going in. Sorry. Right, here we go. Oh, God, wish me luck. Wish me luck. Bear with. That is absolutely fantastic. What? I mean, the stick on the glass now. Can you? I don't know whether you can see that. I'm going to turn this light off a minute just to see if that makes. Honestly, the stick on as I've put that down, it's a bit daunting. It's actually okay. The lights are. As I've put that down, the actual lacing on that glass, the stick on that glass, was just like I'd had a big sip of a. Can you see it? Look, there we go. Look. The lacing on that glass is like I've had a big sip of like brandy or something like that. That is brilliant. That has got got a wonderful bourbony. I don't know what they said they've used their barrel aged stout, so their actual standard barrel aged stout. I don't even think I've had it, but it's definitely this. Oh, the stick on that glass, or the stick on that glass, is absolutely, honestly, it's incredible. I'm looking at it. It is literally the picture there. It is unbelievable. You can see it sort of like just starting to dribble. The stick is there. Look, you see that? Look, so it's stuck right up the top. Get my face out of the way, might help. It's stuck right up the top, and then it's just starting to dribble down like on its own. Now the thing with this, what I don't understand, I don't get with this. Is the gravy aroma was overpowering when I popped the can open. Overpowering. It just smelled gravy. It made me feel a little bit nauseous, actually. A little bit, I thought, oh my God. It looked like gravy. It had a really deep, beefy, almost like dark blood look about it. The colour of the can, really, as it looks now, it looks black. But seriously, when I poured it, and it still does when I look at it, it looks like blood almost. It sounds horrible to say this, but if you've ever seen blood that goes dark, that when blood is out of the blood body and it starts to congeal and it goes dark, it's a bit like this. This is a bit like a brilliant sort of Halloween beer. I don't know about a bloody Christmassy type beer. You do get a beefy nose. But if you didn't tell me that this was a gravy stout, I don't know whether I'd smell the gravy in it. It's because I know it's like gravy. But I can get like a real deep, dark chocolate taste in that. It's really great. I'm almost getting a little bit of brandy taste as well. I'm going to have to look into what the barrel aging of their barrel aged beer is. I don't know. I'm not really a connoisseur of whiskey or brandy or whatever, but all I'm thinking now is between what I'm tasting, I'm definitely tasting a high quality bourbon or bourbon, or probably a very fruity brandy. But I don't know even why I'm swirling it round. But it's got a really deep, dark chocolate about it as well. Lingering feel to the mouth, silky, lingering feel. And I wonder it's sticking up the glass. So look at it. Look. Oh, I wish I could really show you that. I can't. Can you? There, look. There we go. Look how I pull that round there. Right. So it's probably trying to focus on the can. I really want you to see that. As I pull that round, look how it's stuck to the top of the glass where I've sipped it each time, and it's working its way down. Can you see that? When I put the glass down, it looks magnificent. If you put it down and someone looks at it, they'll be like, whoa, that looks proper quality. What is that? It's taking so long to come back down to the bottom. The 10.5 really comes through. The reason I get my name Speno Waffle, is because I don't just want to drink a beer that's been produced and it's good, and then just finish just like that. I want to really get into this beer. They say to drink it cold, and now it's sort of like lingered on me. You probably are getting a little bit of that gravy taste, but it's not offensive at all. It works really well. Whoever's thought up this idea, it's one of those things where they've probably thought, we make beer gravy. Shall we do a gravy stout? Shall we use some of the stouts and that gravy we got left from the pies? They've obviously probably been selling the pies at the pub, the tap room, or whatever. But as I have this under my nose now, and I'm talking to you, I can smell like an oxo-y, gravy, beefy smell. It's stupid how it does that. It's ridiculous how I can smell the gravy and it smells beefy and it fills. But then as I drink it, even as I smell it, as you go in, it's almost like what's happened is, it's like as the booze has settled down, the stout settled down, it's like the gravy smell has come to the top and just starts emitting aromas. So when you go back to it after a minute or so, you do get an initial beefy, yeah, it's there. Like a proper quality gravy. Like, it's almost like the gravy, if you was to have this particular gravy, you'd have the gravy going, this is really rich. This is like been made with something really nice. And then you ask them, what's this gravy made with? And they go, we've made this gravy using some of Northern Monk's barrel aged stout. And you'd be like, that's it. That's what's in there. It's got like that lovely warm sort of like that gravy is something different. You know, like if you put, they always say, sometimes they'll say about putting wine in bolognese and things like that. And it's like any wine will do, but I don't agree. And I've been told by numerous people and by chefs as well, or chef, it's a bit of an exaggeration, that use a good quality wine in your cooking. Do you know what I mean? Use a good quality. I've probably not personally been told, but you know, chefs have said it. And then we've tried it. You know, we've put some of our favourite wine into a dish we've made, and then we've drank it alongside that dish, and you really can tell. And people who guests have said to us, "Have you used wine in this? It's really nice." And this is like when you smell that, it smells like the gravy that's been infused with the barrel aged stout. So the initial smell that you get is basically it's like a gravy. I could waffle on for this for frigging hours because it's so weird. But the taste is phenomenal. It's so good. It's so good. This is right up there with a brilliant barrel aged Imperial Stout. It's absolutely brilliant. And the whole concept of getting them different smells and different aromas and different flavors when you drink it is, and it's not overpowering in the barrel aging side, but it's very flavoursome. I'm sure it's like a cross between like a really good bourbon whiskey and a really like fruity brandy almost. It's so nice. Honestly, it's really good. I'm gonna give it a hashtag Speno waffle 10 out of 10. Really, for brewing what I thought it was going to be a complete and utter waste of money. I thought that I was going to get this, review it. I wouldn't have slagged it off. I would have just drank it, and if I didn't think it was any good, I would have just probably said it's not to my taste or something like that. But all I can say is I don't think any beer reviewer is going to be able to put this down. I'd be very, very surprised if they do, because it's not like you're drinking like Sunday dinner's gravy. It's not like you. When I looked at it, and it was that blood, deep, dark blood, purpley, blood, vampire blood, blimmin' colour, and it looked thick when it come out. It looked sort of like really. The way it was going in the glass was a little bit wrong as well. There was no sort of like nothing going to make that. It's like literally pouring a wine out and trying to get a head on it. Um, the lacing is incredible. Just like it's lacing like a fine brandy. I used to drink brandy a lot with my ex-father-in-law, and I say that I knew him for 30 odd years. He was like a dad to me, and we used to drink brandy, and he always used to say to me about the cheaper brandy that he liked, and especially from abroad somewhere. You got all like bottom of the barrel stuff, all the fruits and things, and it really was. And the lacing that you used to get on the glass on some of the really high quality brandies that he drank, it just reminds me of drinking a brandy all them years ago. And I keep getting them smells of gravy. I tell you what, I'm actually a little bit gutted I didn't order more of these now. If I'd have knew this was as good as this, I would have probably ordered enough of these to go up to 60 quid or whatever to get a free delivery or whatever it was. I've ordered two. I'm so glad I've got another one, because what I'm going to do with the other one, I'm going to wait until I have a really nice, lovely Sunday dinner with some really nice, rich gravy. And to be honest with you, it'd be nice to pour this in to make some of the gravy as well. And then I'm going to sit down with this, and this with a Sunday dinner would be absolutely banging. Just hang around with me for a bit, because I'm just trying to figure out other flavours in there. There is a deep, dark chocolate flavour, which is very in the background. This is really pulling out some of them lovely barrel flavours. It's got no astringent oak, no woodiness about it. There's whatever it sucked out the barrel, it's all the goodness. The barrels must have been like the booze must have been in the barrels for a long time, because this hasn't gone, in my opinion, this hasn't gone into the pores of the wood deep enough to go through the actual booze and hit any of the oak or whatever it may be barrels. It's so warming. It's so nice. It's so delicate. It really is one of the most craziest beers I think I've ever drank, and one of the most stupidest beers, because it's stupid in the way that it's given me all them gravy aromas. Even after drinking it for a while, it's still there. It smells strange, if you know what I mean. But it's beefy, it's gravy, it's oxo-y, it's, Bisto. Bisto. When I used to make Christmas dinner gravy, I started early on, and it'd take me most of the day to make it, because a good gravy doesn't get made just like that. Instant gravy is an absolute devil's gravy. We have it ourselves. I'm not going to say we don't, but it is the devil's gravy. It's literally greasy, oily, horrible, terrible. And if they'd made it with any of that crap, no matter, even if you buy the best stuff money can buy, instant gravy is, in the world of beer, like what I call an instant beer, which is, sorry, but John Smith's. I feel that's an instant beer, sort of beer. 2 tablespoons of beer, will it round with a bit of water, John Smith's. But this is like the top quality gravy, top quality stout. It's absolutely brilliant. Bloody hell. It's got my mic on, but hats off to Northern Monk. Seriously, honestly, guys, well done. That is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to check out your actual barrel aged stout to see what you barrel age in. I can't see anything on this can, even with my glasses on. The writing's so small. But yeah. And also, they're putting Faith in Futures. They donate to that charity. And it says here as well, refrigerate below 5 degrees, drink as fresh as possible. We'll keep brewing if you keep recycling. So yeah, recycle all your cans. I'm going to be proud to take this label off and put it up on the Spencer Arms ceiling. I really am. It's great. I'm sorry I've done this in 2 parts. I'm sorry that I've waffled on a little bit. When I speak in conversation with people, I'm not always waffling on. I'm quite a listener. I like to listen to people and listen to what they're saying. But when I'm in front of a camera, I've got nobody to talk to. And it's like radio, isn't it? Everybody that's on radio waffles because if they stopped, well, it just don't work, does it? Anyway, take care of yourself. Much love to you all. Thank you so much for your support. It's not the end of the world, but I'd love to hit 1,000 subscribers. I really, really would. Sorry that I've not brought a video out for a while. I've had a bit of downtime. But I'm really, really glad. And I am going to make this the first video, even though I said the Guinness one was going to be. But as soon as I finish this, I'm going to crack open the Guinness. And I'm going to talk to you about that. And that will come next. I don't even. I suppose I really want to get this one out in case they've got some of it left on the site. Excuse me. So you can go and order it. I really, honestly, trust me. If you like a really great barrel aged stout, an Imperial barrel aged stout, this is not going to disappoint you at all. And the novelty of being able to smell that gravy, but not taste a load of beefy, horrible, bloody like drinking gravy that I thought it would be, to be able to smack and smell it again. It's like hold it for a few minutes, let everything just like go back down, and the aromas of gravy. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is a scientific beer. God, that gravy must be really good. The actual gravy must be bloody lovely. Wow, I'm blown away by this. I'm blown away by this. It's Sunday night. It's what time is it? It is 10 past 5. I'm coming down here early because I need a bit of an early night, and I'm blown away with this. It needed an Instagram 2-part, and it needed like a half an hour YouTube video. Wow. Right, I'm going to say bye-bye, and I'm going to instantly send a message to Ale and Radio. So this beer review, Speno beer review that I do as a contributor, there's my badge. I'm a Ale and Radio contributor, proud as well. I'm going to send that right now to Ale and Radio, and if you listen to Ale and Radio, it will be on there within around about, I don't know, less than an hour. All right, everybody. So Happy New Year to you all. Thank you so much for your support, both just on Instagram for all the love that I had the other night for when I did the live feed, and for all the love on YouTube as well. For the 3 people that comment, I really appreciate it. Regular Slurpy Dave, I'm going to mention Slurpy Dave, Brewer Big Rick, who I really want to actually meet at some point and do a brew day with him and get him on the radio, interview him. And I keep saying about that. I need to contact him about that. And who else? Yeah, Dave, Slurpy Dave, and basically Brewer Big Rick, Beer Monster. As regulars always come out. I can't think off the top of my head now. But for everybody that comments and likes on my YouTube channel, I really, really appreciate every single one of you. And I actually love it when I get information from you as well, from people that know more than me, but probably just a little bit camera shy. And that. So I've had some really great information, great suggestions, great advice and everything. I've also had some like just novelty, negative, silly comments, which I also enjoy because it gives me a chance to have a bit of banter back. And I'm generally fairly quite good at that. Yeah, just thanks for all the support in 2024. It's been a brilliant year, actually. And I'm really looking forward to 2025. And I'm really looking forward to the Overtone and Ale and Audio collaboration beer event, which is going to be next Friday. Right, okay, take care, everybody. Much love, Speno.